Okay, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back, guys. It is Friday, so we are going to be going through our pairs. Some of our setups are bringing up well, so I'm going to be taking you through the process and the whole strategy, and also how we reach there. So if you don't know how to analyze the market, this video is for you. Just stick around until the end of the video, and then you learn how to do your own analysis. So we are currently at 700 subs. We are looking at 1k. So people have been telling me to teach them how to trade. Guys, this is your opportunity. At the moment we hit 1k subs, I'm going to be putting you guys in a Telegram channel. All of the 1000 subscribers, the first 1000 subscribers, put you in a Telegram channel, and then I'm going to be teaching you trading for free. Not signals. Teach you how to trade. You generate your own signals for free, but that offer is only for the first 1000 subscribers. So the moment we hit 1000 subscribers, I'll be sharing a link. You'll only join if you are a subscriber. So let's go straight to the video. So now you have we have BTC USD. This is Bitcoin. So what do you see on BTC USD? BTC USD was going up and then retraced a little bit, then made a higher high. So we expected BTC USD to buy at around here and then go further. However, it did not go further. It bought a little bit. That was just one day, and then it dropped to this level. The moment it dropped to our demand zone as well as our support zone, we knew it was going to buy. So what we were waiting for, only indecision candles to show us that indeed the sellers are not willing to go lower, and there is buying momentum here. So it gave us two indecision candles, and then we started looking for our entries. So we bought a little bit. However, I think I moved stops to break even early, so I was stopped out by this week, but price proceeded to the supply zone. This was the supply zone here, as well as former resistance, former support that was going to turn into resistance. So it turned into resistance. Price gave us a confirmation with this indecision candle. There was this one and this one, but this one's the ideal because it touched our zone and then rejected. So that was our confirmation to go to the downside. Now here is the gist. Price dropped to this level here. I was willing to buy from this level, waiting for indecision candle. Price reached the level, but it did not tap the zone. So sometimes price is not going to touch your lines because they are lines, and support and resistance are zones. So I had to draw the zone with all this candle here. So price never touched the zone, gave me an indecision candle, two of them for confirmation, then started buying. However, in that buying, remember we want to catch the move as it goes using supply and demand. So in this buying, price did not give us entries. There was one demand zone here, another one here, another one here. No entries whatsoever we were given. Then price continued to go to the upside. Then we came to the 3 hour to 2 hour. There was nothing. Price was just rallying to the upside. So that is how Bitcoin left us, and we were not able to enter. Why? Because initially I enter from support after the indecision candles. I enter from support, then I start scaling in on the moves as it goes using demand and supply on the lower time frames. I think you get the idea. So this one did not give us entries, and also did not tap the zone, so we ended up missing. Remember, you don't have to chase. When you miss, you don't chase. When there is no clear setup, you don't enter. So that was BTC USD. So now let's proceed and go to US oil. So US oil, what do you see on US oil? US oil, I just tried to enter some trade, but I was too late. I used a buy limit, but I was too late. Now, this is what is happening on US oil. You remember what I told you? Our support and resistance has drawn clearly. Price tapped this resistance support zone, went up. Came here, gave us an indecision candle. Even here it was there, and then price went up. Even here, gave us an indecision candle, and price went up to here. Gave us this indecision candle, confirmation, we dropped down. Excuse me. Now, after dropping down here, we expected price will give us an indecision candle here and then starts going up. as a confirmation. If it doesn't, we expect price to break down here, and now when it comes to a retest, we have to use at least a supply zone on the 4-hour to start selling. So guys, I have to also, you'll excuse me for that when I try to clear my voice. So what happened is price broke this support zone clearly, which was also as a weekly zone clearly. After breaking the, guys, let me first clear the voice, I'm losing it. I think I'm okay now. Yeah, I should be okay. So after price breaking and closing below here, we don't expect price to go up. However, it can decide to go up because price does whatever it wants. However, we are going to reject what price does and not predict it. So after breaking below here, remember it had failed to break here since September 5th. Not September 5th. This is, we start from here, I think. Since August 13th. How many days are those, if I can just measure? That is 41 days. That is almost a month and 1 week. It has not broken this level. This is the first time price is breaking this level. And remember, we are in a downtrend because this was a lower low. Let me just start from up here. What is it here? This is where it switched in a downtrend. This is a lower low, a lower high, a lower low, a lower high. And then we're creating like a lower low. This is not a clear lower low, but I know after this reaction we might come to make a clear lower low down here, which also corresponds with this demand zone, and this is a weekly support. So we shall be looking to buy from down here. However, from here to here we are selling. So this is low. We are in downtrend, and then price has broken this previous low. So price is likely to drop down to this zone. How are we taking advantage of this? We are using supply zones on the 4-hour, 3-hour, 2-hour, 1 hour to sell. And look at that candle, guys. Look at that candle. Now this is the issue because I missed this trade and I feel bad. I really feel bad. Look at that candle. After tapping the zone, there is not even any retracement to the upside. The moment you tap the zone, look at the bar, and this is a 4-hour candle, and it is the 4-hour candle is just opened, guys. I think this US oil is dropping 300 pips, 350 pips to the downside here. That is what I think, because we have broken this area to make another lower low. There is a supply zone here. Price, I think it is on 3-hour. Let me check. 1 hour. 1 hour. Even on the 2-hour, I've seen it. Small candle there. And now on the 1 hour, it is the clearest. You see it there. So price tapped into the zone. Look at the move away, guys. Look at the move away. And it was a sniper entry. It was a sniper entry. Price is dropping. This is a live market, guys. Price is dropping. I wish it could retrace a little bit and tap me in before we can go, guys. I just feel bad for this. I really feel bad for this because I know it is going to make another lower low compared to this one because we are in a downtrend, guys. So US oil, we are in a downtrend, and this is how we trade, guys. Prepare and then execute when the opportunity comes. Don't just get into the market and start looking for setups. For prepare in advance. I prepared when price was here, and I told myself if price gives me decision candles here to buy, I'll be looking to buy. However, if it doesn't and breaks below, I'll be looking for supply zone to start selling, and price is already selling. So I feel bad that I might miss this trade on US oil. However, it is not something I'm going to sleep on. Let me just see how the day is going to end. I wish it retraces and taps me in before we can go, but if it doesn't, there's nothing I can do about it. So I'll just wait for the opportunity along the way. If it doesn't give me, I'll wait for a buy opportunity here to go to the upside. So that is all with US oil. So I'll proceed to which other pair? GBP JPY. Now guys, GBP JPY has done something. You remember last time I told you where we're buying from, and I even drew my support and resistances very well, waiting for price action to tap there and give us a sign. So GBP JPY reached our zone and unfortunately went through the zone. So if I can just adjust this support, and all guys, always be willing to adjust the things, but not further, because price is always going to make new levels. So always be willing to adjust, just don't stick to your old ones. So now people who wanted to buy from this demand zone were stopped out. People who bought from the support were stopped out, but us who kept on waiting for confirmation, we are still in. So now price came and then stopped here aggressively, then made this indecision candle, this one here, at this level here, and now we have a green candle that has opened and is already pointing to the upside. So this is a first sign that we might be buying GBP USD. Okay, so now GBP JPY. So when I come to the 4-hour, because now we are at a resistance zone and a support zone, and price has made what should I call it? Price has made price has given us an indecision candle, and we have a bullish candle that is overlapping the daily indecision candle. So we are likely to see buying pressure there. So when I come to the 4-hour, do you see that price made a lower low, a lower high, a lower low, a lower high, and a lower low, breaking this previous low. So in a downtrend, we continue making lows, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. We don't make higher highs. However, at this support area, price gave us a morning star and then made a higher high. And now, if you go to the line chart, what do you see? Something that looks like a head and shoulder here. So price is coming to tap on this left shoulder. This is the 4-hour time frame. Tap on the left shoulder, and what do you think? We are going to the upside, guys. We are tapping on the left shoulder, and this is what I expect after tapping on that left shoulder. This is what I expect next. Next. So now how do we take advantage of this? We can either wait for price to start making higher highs, higher lows on this 4-hour, and then we shall look for demand zones and buy on 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour time frame, or we can use the chart pattern, the head and shoulder, to start buying to the upside. So if I drop down to the 3-hour, still the head and shoulder is still there forming. It has not yet formed. 2-hour, it is the same thing. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder is forming. Then if I go to the 1 hour, it is the same thing, guys. It's even big on the 1 hour. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder trying to form. So we have to wait for that to form. So that is GBP JPY. I'm expecting a buy next week on GBP JPY. So keep note of that GBP JPY trade that is brewing. So then I'll proceed to CHF JPY. I'll talk a little bit about CHF JPY. Now look at CHF JPY, guys. This is a zone that we're supposed to buy from. Look, price was going up, made a higher high, and then here we made a high, a low, a higher high. This is like what should I call it? This is like support. This is the resistance, broken, turned into support. Price made a high high, and now it has come to tap the support, creating a U format here. So the worst thing I expect is price to make a double bottom and goes up, but already I see a buy on CHF JPY. Why? Because after tapping the zone, see the indecision count that we're talking about, guys. On CHF JPY, it is even very, very clear. So even if you entered yesterday with this indecision candle, you would be in profits right now, because immediately the price opened today, it went up. So you would be in profits, and this is a support area. This is a support area. Price has tapped the zone and it has looked up. So what does that mean? It means that we are likely to go to the upside. Indecision candle, confirmation. So now we drop down to lower time frames to look how to take advantage of this. You see, price already started making higher highs, higher low. This is a lower low, then this is a higher low, a higher this is a higher high, higher low, higher high. So we are making something like a higher low, and then we proceed to the upside. That is what I see, at least. Then we come here to the 3 hour to see if we can see anything. 3 hour, there's nothing. 2 hour, 2 hour, I can't see anything still. And then when I come to the 1 hour, I don't see anything. I don't see something clear, but what I can see is higher high, higher low, and now we have made a higher high. So we have a demand zone here. I don't know if you guys can see it. There is a demand zone here, and there's also support and resistance at that zone. Just turn to the line chart, you see. So I'll just draw for you this one here. This is resistance, broken, it will turn into support, and we buy. That is now on Chef JPY. It's showing us a buy is likely. So if I come to the 4, you see, if I come to the 4:45 minutes, I really got here, but I just wanted to make it clear. You see, this is a break of structure, higher high, and now we are waiting for price action to come and tap into this zone, and we buy. So Chef JPY also, I see a good buy on it. So the risk to reward here, just risk around 35 pips, but what you're going to make is going to be very high. Look at the support. This is support, resistance, 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 broken, it will run into support. There is a demand zone, and we are at a place of support and resistance on the daily time frame. We have also received confirmation in the indecision candle. Guys, price is coming to tap here, and then we start going to the upside. Simple, straight to the point. So that is what we are expecting on Chef JPY. Where is the first level target? Here, 127 pips, 1:3. First level target we shall be here, and then we can target all the way to 300 pips to the upside. That is on Chef JPY. So GBP JPY is showing us a buy. Chef JPY is also showing us a buy. So now let's continue to CAD JPY. Now this is CAD JPY. Let's start with the daily. When you look at the daily CAD JPY, price has been dropping down, forming lower lows, lower highs. Now it has reached a demand zone. This is a daily demand zone where also price pushed to to the upside, retraced a little bit, and then broke this structure. So this is a very strong zone, and also had previous support and resistance. If you just mark it like this, you will see that there is support, support, that resistance that was broken turned into support, price went up. So price has come to this level again. This is a demand zone, and now it has looked to the upside. Is there an indecision candle? Yes, there's an indecision candle here, and now this is a bullish candle. Guys, what else do you want to see? So Chef JPY is also likely to buy. However, I'm worried about CAD JPY. Why? Because we have this level here that was broken. Price might just want to come and retest and then drop further. That is where my issue is. However, if I open up into the inner time frames, like the 4 hour, there's nothing there to see. Come to the 3 hour, there is something there. If you can see very well, there is this demand zone here on the 3 hour. There's a demand zone on the 3 hour zone here. Proceed to the 2 hour, see if you can refine it. We still have it on the 2 hour, it is still there. 1 hour. Now if you come to the 1 hour, it is even significant. There is a head and shoulder on the 1 hour, guys. Do you see it, guys? Do you see it? Look, this is a shoulder, this is a head, this is a left shoulder. Price had made a higher high and is coming to retest on this shoulder. Guys, there is no way in the world you'll convince me. And this is a demand zone. 3 indecision candles and engulfing bullish candle. There is no one on earth will convince me that this is not a buy. I rather enter and fail with it than not enter. So this is a buy, and the risk is 14 pips on Chef JPY, and we are targeting, first level target is 80 pips. So 14 to get 80, that is 1:6. That is 1:6. So Chef JPY or CAD JPY, I see a buy. I don't know what you guys see, but me, I see a clear buy on CAD JPY. So we're just waiting. We're just waiting for price to come and hit that demand zone, and then we can be buying to the upside on CAD JPY. So if you have not yet entered CAD JPY, just go to the 1 hour, look at it and tell me if you're not seeing an inverted head and shoulder on CAD JPY. It is a beautiful inverted head and shoulder, so I don't know, but for me it looks like a buy on CAD JPY. So what you do, you wait for price action to reach that area and then you enter your buys. So you're supposed to buy from here. This is what? Supposed to buy from here down here. Here. So that is 105.44. 105.44 on CAD JPY. We are buying from there. So this is I don't know, but I see like this is a very good opportunity because price is still up. So when you buy from there, we are probably heading direct to the upside. So it is on you. What do you think? What do you think is the best way to, where do you think you would buy from? For me, I think if you buy from there, it is going to be the best price to buy from. So stop losses you can put at 105.194. 105.194. That is why you can put your stop loss and wait to see if indeed price is going to buy. Remember, we prepare and wait and then execute. So GBP JPY is showing us a buy, which is good. And then when we come to CAD JPY, same thing. This is a head and shoulder on the daily time frame, guys, or on the 1 hour time frame, and it is at a place of supply and demand on the daily time frame. And then we also had an indecision candle. So this is a sign that we are going to buy CAD JPY. Okay, so I'll proceed to CHF to AED JPY. Now guys, you see these things, guys. I don't know how you guys want trading to be, but I can tell you I'm simplifying for you trading the easiest way. Now I did the hardest part of marking out the levels, and you have to make sure you get these levels straight. I did the hardest part of marking out the levels, and now wait. I have waited, price has come into my area. This is an indecision candle on AED JPY. And look at the bullish candle. Literally, if you entered yesterday here, you would be in profit, just like on CHF JPY. You would be in profits right now. This is a demand zone, and it was respected, and then an indecision candle was put in. This is also a previous place of support and resistance. If you go to the line chart, you see resistance, price broken, used it at support, and then went up. So price has retraced back here, and now it is looking to go to the upside. Can it lose? Yes, it can lose. It can decide to continue to the downside. But so far, what do we see? The moment price creates an indecision candle at a place of supply and demand or support and resistance, it is a sign that there might be a change in trend. So that is what we are witnessing here. So now, last time I told you, after price retraced from here, it came back, tapped into the zone and dropped because there was a supply zone here. We dropped here. Now we are going back up here. So how do we take advantage of this? We shall drop down to the 4 hour and look into price action. So you see price trying to retrace there. When I come to the 3 hour, what do I see? There's a demand zone down here. Yeah, there's a demand zone there. So continue to the 1 hour. The zone is still there. Continue to the 1 hour. I think this is also like a head and shoulder. There's also support and resistance. Something is happening, I think, on CAD JPY, CHF JPY. There is support and resistance. This is a left. Let me put the line chart. This is a left shoulder. This is a head. This is a right shoulder that is coming to form at a place of support and resistance and demand and supply. So guys, I don't know what you want me to do, but I can assure you, with all these signs, I cannot be looking to sell the JPY pairs unless something else happens. But I'm not looking to sell the JPY pairs. So I'm just going to proceed. So GBP JPY is buying, is looking bullish. Let's look at GBP CHF. Now, GBP CHF, I told you last week, no, on Monday, that it was going to buy. If you can just look at my previous, I think 3 videos, you will confirm. GBP CHF, from the time I told you it was going to buy from last week, this was a Friday candle, this one here. Price opened and bought around 80 pips. Now it is retracing. Why is it retracing? Let's go into it. So I see a rally, a base, a rally here. So a demand zone there. So on the daily, so when you come to the 4-hour, you see a very clean demand zone here. Very clean demand zone here. And I think you don't even want to go to any time frame. This is the time frame, because when you look at here, there is a shoulder, left shoulder, a head, and a left shoulder. Remember, the same thing is happening on GBP JPY. Now GBP CHF is also showing us that we are likely to be buying. So you can see a left shoulder, a head, a left shoulder there. And now on the right shoulder, we have demand and supply. This is an indecision candle, 2 of them, engulfing candle, and a very good move here to the upside. So this is a good area to buy from. Price has retraced to this level. And one thing I want you to see is, look at the behavior of candles as they're approaching this zone. This is, price has been dropping with good momentum. When it reached here, look at the indecision candles that have been created. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 4-hour indecision candles, meaning the buyers are losing momentum as we drop further. So the moment we tap this zone, it is going to be fire and magic. It is going to be fire and magic. So you can risk for as little as 20, I think, just to make it 30 pips. You can risk 30 pips here to make, by the time you reach here, you have made 1:2. So you just let the rest keep on running on, that is on GBP CHF. So I think this is a trade that I can take advantage of, because the way things look, they are looking good. So I can just say GBP CHF. Let me try to look for it here on my MT5. So guys, I want you to remember one thing. We do not predict the market. We react to the market when it gives us our what do we call it? When it gives us our I don't know how I can call it, our strategy or our setups. The setups, we know that these ones we can trade. That is when we do react to the market, but we do not predict the market. So let me just get GBP CHF here. I'm just entering a buy, but it is going to be a buy limit on GBP CHF. Let me see. It is going to be a buy limit there. What is the price that we are entering on? It is 1.07036. 1.07036. What is the stop loss? Stop loss is 1.06752. 1.06752. That is the stop loss on GBP CHF. Yep. So when I come to the 4-hour, yeah, that is it. So I expect GBP CHF to come and tap into that zone, and then immediately it does that, it should be buying. So let us wait and see what GBP CHF is going to do. So I think that is it, but right now it is buying. I hope it comes and taps in and then goes up. So I'll continue to Euro GBP. So now GBP is going up. What do you expect for Euro GBP? You should be expecting the euro should be weakening, because if the pound is going up, the euro should be weakening. Now look at this clear. Guys, these setups, I don't know. If you don't take advantage of these setups, don't say I didn't warn you. So we have a setup here on euro GBP. Price has made a lower low. Look at the move away, and this is the same thing as GBP CHF, almost the same thing as GBP CHF. There's a head and shoulder at a support zone, and price has made a higher high. Look at the move away. This is one candle, two candles to the upside. Look at the candles that are coming back. They're almost 10, but they have not reached the zone. So when I come to euro GBP, look, it is almost the opposite. Price has made a head and shoulder on the resistance zone, and there is this move right here. So we expect price to come and tap into here and then drop. So guys, if you're not into these trades, don't say I did not tell you. So I think I'll stop there because the video is already 30 minutes. I'm going to be doing another video later. For now, I'll end there. People who have not subscribed to the channel, kindly subscribe to the channel and be part of the community. Also, don't forget to like the video in case you have watched it. So we're expecting price to come and tap into the supply zone and then drop. Simple, clear to the point. That is all for now. We shall meet in another video. Bye.